First, I didn't really have.
All right, y'all ready?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. What's good? What's good? What's good? You two Apartment 5B, hosted by your man Kill. I got my squad in effect with me tonight. As always, ladies first. Porsche, what's good, miss?
How's it going, Kill?
Everything is everything. Everything is everything. Ed, out the West Coast. What's going on, good brother?
Hey, man, good. Glad to be back.
All right, no doubt. And my brother JP, what's going on, fam?
I'm good, baby. You know what it is.
All right, well, y'all know how it is. Let's get right to it. Yo, it's the end of the year, but y'all know me. I hate doing just the basic top 5 albums of the year because everybody's going to do that. Every podcast, every blog site, everybody's going to have that. So we got to switch it up. So we're going to be talking about our top 5 favorite verses of the year. Some of them joints may not even come from the albums that make the list. You know what I mean?
Right.
Our top 5 favorite beats, who we felt was the dopest MC of the year, who's the dopest producer of the year. We're going to talk about disappointing albums, and then we're going to talk about our top 5 albums versus the top 5 albums we played the most. And what I mean by that is that going throughout the year, like I was like, yo, this is going to be my number 1 album. I knew that this album was going to be number 1 for the year. But then at the end of the year, I'm like, yo, I haven't played this album in months, but another album that may have been at number 4 was the one I was playing the most. So,
right,
you know, just looking at things like that. So let's get right into it. Porsche, what are your top 5 verses of 2000?
Should I give you one or should I give you all 5?
Give them all. Give us all 5.
Okay.
Give us all 5.
Okay, so I got Palmolive from the Bandana album. Pusha's verse. I got Black Thought's verse from The Plugs I Met off of Benny's album. I got Andre 3000's verse from Anderson .Paak's album.
Okay.
J. Cole's verse, surprisingly, I was actually so happy to write this. J. Cole's verse on Family and Loyalty from the Gangstar album. Right. I got Sky Zoo's verse, which is pretty much the entire song, from the Retropolitan album on Homegrown.
Okay.
So those are mine.
All right, dope. Eddie, what you got, good brother?
All right. Damn, I don't know if I got my 5, but I have a lot of the same ones that Portia had. So I got Black Thought on Crowns for Kings. I actually have 2 Pusha T verses. I got his verse on 18 Wheeler, and I got his verse on Palmolive. And I'm trying to. There's a Fonte verse. Speaking of him, there was a Fonte verse I had too. I want to say it was, what's the name of this song? Sitting Alone. I think it was the one. Didn't quite come up with 5. I was kind of struggling with that, but. Yeah.
All right, no doubt. JP, what you got, good brother?
For me, I got 38 Special from Sunday School off of Benny's project. That verse. I got Fonte from. Actually, I got 2 Fonte verses. I got one from The Feel, the first song on the album, and the verse from All in a Day. I also got Benny the Butcher on the Griselda album that just dropped for Cruiserweight Coke, his verse on there, and Conway from Everybody Is Food 2, the Overdose song. So that's what I got.
No doubt. Y'all coming with some heavy hitters for this year. I would let me ask this too. What did y'all think of 2019 as far as just hip hop? Like on a 5 mic source scale, how many mics would you give 2019 for hip hop? Porsche, how many mics you got?
I give it 4 mics. And for me, I've been saying this since like February. I'm like, Pete Rock has been carrying 2019. I think he dropped like 1 track at the time. But lo and behold, like Pete Rock, in my opinion, I mean, we'll get to that because you said we're going to talk about like producers. But yeah, I think 2019 has been surprisingly a very, very big year for hip hop, and in a way that I don't remember like 2017 or 2018 being even. So much so that I wasn't like time wise, and just how much music was coming out. I wasn't even able to venture off of hip hop because there was so much music coming out, and all of them were so good that I was like, hey, I don't want to stop like listening to this one. I've got albums in queue, and I can't even get to R&B. I can't get to anything else. So for me, I think 2019 was a solid year. It was a big year for hip hop, and I think it'll be a memorable year for sure. It'll be a memorable year.
All right, no doubt. Eddie, what's up? How many mics you got for this year?
Yeah, I think I would probably say 4 mics, and comparing it to 2018, because I thought 2018 was a really dope year. I put it like this: I feel like 2018 might have had higher highs for me, but 2019 feel like had a lot more that were at a high level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, a variety too. I mean, no matter what you want, whether you're looking for, like Coke rap, which was everywhere, whether you're looking for, something more, old school sound and boom bap, whether you're looking for something a little bit more conscious, even the underground cats, I know you clown, but the Mac Hamis and the God Fahims of the world, put out a lot of dope stuff. So I think it was a little bit, not a little bit, a lot for everyone. No matter what you wanted, you could find it. And in going into the R&B, the funny thing is, when I was kind of looking for my R&B choices, and then I started searching, well, what did come out as far as R&B? Not much. At least not much that was on my radar. But for hip hop, there was a lot.
Right. What about you? Well, how many mics you giving it? How many mics it gets?
Oh, I said four mics.
Four.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. What about you, JP?
Yeah, I'm in agreement with Eddie and Portia. Like, I think it was 4 mics. I think it was a very solid year. I think that, I'm always a big fan. Like, even though the music that I like or that I treasure the most is not always represented on the radio, but it's always out there. If you pay attention to the artist and what you like, you'll find the music. So it could be a great year every year, actually. So, but like Eddie was saying, even the underground cats, I felt like it was a rise of underground cats, like even gaining more popularity. Of course, Griselda, headlining all those cats. But I feel like it was a great year for music. I mean, lyrics and beats. Like, I was very pleased with this year. So definitely 4 mics for me.
All right, and the same for me, 4 mics. I forgot to even do this, but I'm gonna just try to run down some of the albums that came out this year. So we had The All by Smith & Wesson. We had Vernia by Eric Sermon, Trill Static, Bun B and Stack Selector, Crash Talk, Schoolboy Q, Ghost of All Time, Style P, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, Logic, Igor, Tyler the Creator. I don't even know if that's hip hop. Mike and Men, Wu-Tang Clan, their EP, El Capo, Jim Jones, Plugs, I Met Benny, Bandana, Freddie and Madlib, Revenge of the Dreamers, the Dreamville compilation, West Side Gun, Fly God is an Awesome God, Chamber Number 9, Inspector Deck, The Lost Tapes 2, Nas, Dive, Black Milk, Port of Miami 2, Rick Ross, May the Lord Watch, Little Brother, E, Rhapsody, Let Love, Common, Monday, Joel Ortiz, Ghostface Killers, Ghostface, Retropolitan, Sky Zoo and Pete Rock, Rise of the Moon, Black Moon, Hitler's Wear, Hermes, 7, West Side Guns, one of the best yet, the Gangstar album, which to me was like the surprise album of the year. I don't think anybody had that on their radio. You had God Level, Fred the Godson, and Born to Rap Game. And I'm sure I'm missing probably at least, like, no exaggeration, another 30 to 40 albums that I'm forgetting. I know DJ Muggs probably produced about 10, 12 albums this year alone with a whole rack of MC. So like y'all said, very dope year. My top 5 verses. Almost the same from in the middle of the year show we did. Push verse on Palmolive. Like, that's still just like classic Push to me. I got Sky's verse on Glorious, which, like Porsche was saying, it's really a whole verse. It's just not even a second, third verse. He just spits. I got Glorious and Penny's jerseys. I love Penny jerseys, man. I love that joint. I got RJ Payne's verse on The Smoke. RJ Payne's is cat out of Philly. Benny the Butcher signed him to BSF. Square root of a kilo. He's got a dope joint. And then my 2 verses that I actually want to read because I love them so much is, one of them is shocking to me because, not that I'm not a huge fan, but I guess I'm not a huge fan. I like her. I'm just not a huge fan, which is Rhapsody. And her verse on Cleo I love that verse where she says something like, we all on the same continent and off the same boat. Remember early on, you ain't treat me all the same. No, used to question why the brothers used to rock with me for. Remember y'all used to wonder about wonder, question why they even want to push a black woman. Niggas on my label who ain't want me in the front end. Some sisters in the industry, I know y'all fronted. Dressed too tomboy, rap too lyrical. I can say more. The pain will just bring a few tears to you. I shed a few, was booed bad in Fort Lauderdale. Now I'm booed up and I can't fail. Know who you are. I won't name names, never tell. The weight that I carried those summers, I'll never frail. So I just really felt, number one, I love that beat. And then two, I just like, just that whole part. Cause now I'm like, damn, you got people on your label even questioning you. You know what I mean? Like, so I love it when I hear a verse and I'm like, it opens up more questions. You know what I mean? Like, damn, who was on your label? Who was fronting on Rhapsody? You know what I mean? But, so that was one of them. And then my second one is Benny's second verse on Took the Money to the Plug's House. Like, Benny to me is just, this is for my whole brick brides and my quarter hustlers and all the road trip drivers and the corner huggers. He made his first 10 bands. Let's applaud the brother. Now, if you do that 10 times, now you on to something. This year, I don't pray no more, only to an eighth of raw. Like, yo, a fork in a mayo jar. My flow got the numbers you inflated, George. You got to create a buzz. My flow got the fans rethinking who the greatest was. When I go pay for drugs, I need duct tape and gloves, pots, 2 plates, and scrubs, a spot where the neighbor's good. My favorite part, a place where the fiends do favors for the neighborhood. Come and cop and leave with extra Roxy, hook the cable up. Now, here's the wild part for people out there. Crack was a horrible drug, but the thing that crack did do was allow crackheads to do a lot of stuff for the neighborhood. So that verse right there will tell you, you got a lot of car washes, you got a lot of oil changes. Yo, crackheads in my neighborhood in Philly would put in the work. So I love that line where he's just saying, yo, came through a cob, leave with extra Roxy, up the cable up. So those are my top 5 verses of the year. Porsche, top 5 beats of the year. What you got?
Oh, okay. So again, like I have 5, but I mean, I have 4, I should say. And the reason I don't have a 5th one is because I feel like albums like Statue of Limitations and Retropolitan and like Black Beans and a long Red Hot Los Angeles Summer Night. Those are all like full albums of very, very dope beats. And it's so difficult for me to pull one from an album that's so good. So anyways, my favorites, I got Palmolive, Homegrown off Retropolitan, Picture This off May the Lord Watch, Fresh Out off Blue and Oh No's album. And that's all I have. So, yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
Wait, is he
Kill?
frozen? Kill?
I think Kill frozen.
Okay, because I hate to think he fell asleep during the